3. We should be good to go.
Hi everybody. I'm Janice.
I'm James.
We're Unstable Culture.
So, Tuesday check-in. I had an episode last week.
Twice,
a couple of them.
Yeah.
I had one on Saturday.
You had one on Saturday and one on Wednesday.
I don't remember what Wednesdays was. I barely remember Saturday. Saturday was complete. I got my eyes checked recently and got some new glasses. These things are about 2 years old, and I had to glue this side of the frame recently because it was falling off. Luckily, my eye didn't change a whole lot. Pretty much the exact same prescription. It's just don't have insurance for eye doctor. I'm on Medicare, and that doesn't cover your eyes at all. So super, right? And after that, it was just not feeling great, and that was on Friday. And then Saturday, because of some other issues going on, because of how I'm feeling, because of some people and other things going on, I had a wasn't a horrible incident. It wasn't too bad, was it? I mean, I don't remember.
Your incident actually lasted from, I believe, noon to when I was halfway cooking dinner.
So 6 o'clock-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I don't remember a whole lot. It was very fuzzy. The whole situation was just, I got triggered pretty badly to a point where, I just wasn't functioning very well.
First part of Saturday was actually going pretty good. James actually sat back a little bit and relaxed and was playing Final Fantasy VII, and then an hour into playing he stops, and that's when his episode began.
Yeah, I don't remember what exactly triggered me. I don't remember a whole lot of it. I know I don't remember a whole lot of the whole situation. I really don't. I know we had things that had to get done on Saturday.
Yeah.
I was trying to relax and just, I'm guessing just all the stuff that was going on is what kind of triggered me. So, I don't remember Wednesdays at all. I don't remember Wednesday a whole lot at all, honestly.
Wednesday was about your glasses, again, because that was, you were getting ready to play a game, and we were doing something, and that is also when you also super glued your glasses.
Yeah, because the side over here was officially, I could tell it was broken, and it wasn't sitting on my face right. Couldn't see properly. Yeah, that was just a mess. My vision, I have astigmatism. It's basically the only reason I wear glasses. If I didn't have that, I would not be wearing glasses at all. I have no issues with any other part of my eye. And just the frustration of it, I didn't get glasses until I was in my 30s. Well, after I met you, wasn't it? Or was it?
It was
just before I met. Was it?
It was before we met back in college that you were wearing glasses.
But it was. I was in my 30s when I got my glasses. I'd never had glasses before.
Before 30s.
What?
Yeah.
Was it before 30s? God, I don't remember. I haven't had them that long. I mean, 42 years old, or 41 years old, and I haven't had them that long.
Met when we were...
I met in 2005. I thought I got them after. I could have swore I got them after.
You had them when we met.
Oh, I don't remember that. I don't know.
Yeah, you've had them since we met, and we met back in 2005.
Yeah, I thought I got them after that.
No.
Because if you're thinking my Oakleys, those weren't prescriptions. My Oakley sunglasses weren't prescriptions. If you're thinking those, because those
No.
weren't. Okay. Well, either way, I mean, it's a frustration because it limits a lot of things that I have to do. In regards to, I mean, anybody who wears glasses knows when you're like trying to deal with something, when you're having to look down or when to look up or whatever, you know, when your eyes go past where your edge of your glasses are,
or you're cooking,
and grease and all that other stuff, or you know, wearing a mask and, you know, trying to breathe, and it just fogs up your glasses to the point where you can't see anything, or it's cold outside, and you know, and just that causes issues. I mean, it's a nightmare. If you don't wear glasses, you won't know. You have no idea of the stress that it causes. And I can't wear contacts because of many reasons besides just the fact that my eyes are too dry, and I can't get permanent plugs permanent plugs from my eyes to keep them from drying out as much as they do. I can't do that. And other issues in regards to contacts. So yeah, it's just the more and more I try to do things and other things, it's just the more of a frustration they become, and the more they hinder me to the point where I don't want to do things because it's hard to do. And yeah, I can't play video games, I can't watch anime, I can't do a lot of things without my glasses because I need them to read small things, you know, stuff like that at a distance. So can't play video games unless, you know, I got my glasses on. Can't watch anime because of subtitles, you know, because they're too blurry. I mean, unless it's early in the morning and my eyes are nice and rested, and that's not always the case. So
you don't always get much sleep anyways.
yeah, the last week has been really particularly bad, between the heat and other things and other stresses. I have not been getting hardly any sleep at all.
No.
So yeah.
And the fact that by the time we go to bed, it's around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning of the next day, because we're busy doing things and
editing videos or whatever, all that kind of stuff.
Especially for me lately, I have actually just started streaming a lot more of the games that I've been playing. Especially got Sword Art Online, the new game, and Saturday I started full head on trying to get it streaming, trying to do the streaming and testing out many different ways of doing the streaming and getting it to YouTube and Twitch and all of that. And I've been having issues with that from Saturday and yesterday, and hoping that when I do the streaming again that it's not going to be all that bad. And with Monday streaming about 8:30 seemed to go a little bit better, and I wanted to start doing the streaming earlier than what I had been doing from Saturday and Sunday.
You just need to make sure you're set up earlier than not trying to, because you take forever to get your setup done. Because you do all these little meticulous things that take a long time, and you don't. She's not very good at time management, and she's not very good at planning ahead. I love you, honey, but you're not.
I try to be good at the time management, and yes, I am sucking because with doing the editing of the videos and doing the promoting and making sure that I'm getting things done for the website and the Patreon page, which I'm...
And she doesn't ask for help on any, when it comes to certain things, like I can do editing if she wants me to, but she's got to let me know what she wants. And other things, yes, so, but, yeah, it's, yeah, 4 o'clock, and even when she does end streaming early, you have a habit of getting on your laptop right afterwards and still being up until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Because I'm going right back to the working and checking and making sure everything is going smoothly for our channel, and
that's not good time management.
I know.
So yeah, it's not good time management, because if you're gonna, you gotta have a personal life gotta have a personal life outside of work, and we've gone through this before about you need to be able to take time off from trying to do all this other stuff you're doing. Spend time with your husband. It would be nice, you know. Just because we're in the same room together doesn't mean we're spending time together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of how the week went last week for me.
For me, had little ups and downs. The best part of last week for me was talking with my mom. And every week I do call her every week to let her know how things are going and what's been going on. And sometimes our conversations are short, and sometimes our conversations tend to be about an hour to close to 2 hours. And I really do enjoy that. It does help me in some aspects to know that she feels that I am still trying to communicate with her, and she's communicating with me, and I feel that is actually making our bond be a little bit stronger than what it has been. And yeah, told her about what was going on with some of the issues I was having with one of my personalities. And as my mom told me, is just do my best and let them know that I am in control. And for the most part, with having 26 different personalities, I know a few of them that are working with me, and they do help me out a lot when I'm trying to get some things done. But the one that doesn't help out, I finally got to the point where I told her, well, if she thinks that she could do it better than me, then she can go ahead and take over. And then she's actually stopped giving me problems for the rest of 2 to 3 days afterwards, which I felt good about. And then once how should I say this? When James starts going through his episodes, then she really starts riling up at me, because apparently she doesn't understand that when James goes through his episodes, it's not because of me, it's because of what's going on in his head at the time. And she doesn't understand that. And with Saturday's episode, yeah, she did try to go and take control, and it's like, no, I'm not going to have you do that, especially when James's episode was really bad, where we were actually trying to help out and put stuff in the storage, and people that were wanting to get out of the storage area that we were at couldn't get through because of
because it's also a U-Haul place, and they have a small those little pull behind trailers, the open ones, not the enclosed ones, was sitting there on the side blocking the way. So we had to move our car away from our unit so that they could get past and then put the car back. And yeah, it was it didn't help things. It made things a lot worse.
Especially when the first person that was right behind us was actually being, and excuse my terms, of being a bitch.
Or Karen.
A Karen. Oh, I don't really like.
She doesn't like the term Karen.
Because I know a lot of Karens, and not all Karens are that way.
Most of them are.
Not the ones that I know.
I guess I don't know those Karens. Yeah, they would be a very impatient, very rude person in regards to that. Yeah, we really, yeah, that just, yeah. And it kind of went from there because
it just made his episode go from a 5 to a 20, basically, at the time.
That's her rating scale. I don't have a rating scale for my episodes because
from
if I had a rating scale for my episodes, a 20 mean I wouldn't be alive. So I don't know how she's getting that, but okay, yeah.
But in regards, yeah, it just his episode got worse from there, and I was trying my best to not have an episode myself, because once he is triggered, there is times that I tend to get triggered.
Pretty much every time. Honestly, almost every time I remember get triggered, you end up getting triggered. It's pretty much every single time.
It's not been every single time.
I said it's pretty much every single time. I didn't say it was every single time. See, you don't listen to what I say. Oh, God, I hate that. It bugs me. You know how much I hate that. When you don't listen to me and you never put words in my mouth.
But in regards, he was like, well, after this, we're just going to go home. We needed to go to the store and get things. And I was like, well, I could go ahead and take you home and then I'll go to the store. And he didn't want me to go to the store by myself. And it's like, okay, we need to go to the store to get the stuff that is needed. And got some of the stuff that was needed, however, did not get the stuff that I was also needing to get. But that was also because of him still being triggered, and his episode was still going on when we even went to the store, and I was making sure that we got the stuff that was on the list, and making sure that we got stuff that he was also needing, because since he's limited on what he can drink, he was out of drinks, and I wanted to make sure at that time we get him his drinks.
So yeah, it was a rough week last week. This week I don't know how it's gonna go. It's a busy week. Dad's got another appointment on Wednesday for his doctor, and that's always kind of a little bit of a chore for everybody in the house that helps out.
We've got the refrigerator
coming on Friday, which is hopefully shouldn't be hard, just because that's being delivered and hooked up. Tomorrow, got to get my dad prepped because he's got to go deal with tax stuff, because the IRS is stupid in making my parents jump through hoops so my mom can get her part of the stimulus that she should have gotten. Because according to them, she doesn't exist, which is dumb. Because, yeah, she doesn't work because, well, she's been my dad's caretaker for the last 6-7 years, or whatever it is. Yeah, so that's going to be a fun day tomorrow. The only good thing I can say besides I am looking forward to the fridge, just that, because that should give us, we'll have 2 fridges in the house then, and with 6 people in the house and everything, that should give us a lot more flexibility.
Yeah, like on Monday, we were getting ready to do dinner, and we had stuff that was in the refrigerator, and they were still...
That refrigerator we have now sucks, because it freezes things. Like, it shouldn't, but it does. It doesn't mean if it's regardless if it's in the front or the back. If it even gets remotely a little bit too full, and anybody who's got kids or anything like that, well, there's 6 adults in this house. It gets full easy, and it starts freezing everything on all shelves. And yeah, so the new fridge should help us out a lot on that. But I'm looking forward to the new fridge, just for the fact that it should make things easier, because it is a French door, so that means no more people bending over and breaking their backs all the time.
It would be good for your mom. And
the other good thing on Friday should be Ghost of Tsushima. We are going to be doing a live unboxing of Ghost of Tsushima on Friday.
yes.
Hopefully we'll get that done early. We don't know yet. It all depends on when the fridge gets delivered. It might be later in the day, but we are going to be doing a live unboxing. We'll try to give a heads up as much as we can on what time that's going to be. But yeah, so to look forward to that. It is the collector's edition, so it's going to have all the cool stuff in it. What else?
Future plans that we have actually talked about within the past few days.
Oh yeah.
Sunday, we had talked it over, and we're actually going to also be doing a Q&A live stream session. So if you want to join in on our live stream on Sunday,
The 26th. We're going to do it on the 26th is the day we're going to do it. We're going to right, was the 26th, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, the 26th we're going to do a live stream Q&A. We're going to do that around 7 o'clock Mountain Time. So if you're East Coast, that's going to be 9. If you're West Coast, that's going to be 6. Just because of scheduling around here, it's my dad's birthday, so we're also trying to work around that. But after about 7 o'clock, we're pretty okay to do whatever we need to do. So yeah, we're going to be going and doing that. So please.
If you have any questions that you want to ask us, we'll be glad to go ahead and answer them online. And
yeah, we'll have the chat up. We'll have our chat up so anybody can go ahead and ask any question you want. I mean, we're pretty much we're open to any and all questions. If you've got a question, like I said, join us and we'll answer as many as we can, or whatever we can do. Hopefully we can get a good response out of this. If you know anybody, like I said, if you know anybody who's interested in this and has got questions about mental health or whatever, or and stuff like that, let them know, because we'll be doing that live stream. We'll go live at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, but other things. Let's see. Yes, we do. Oh, we pre-ordered Far Cry 6. The collector's edition with the life-size flamethrower with that thing. So that comes out 2 days after my birthday. Sweet.
Yeah.
So kind of excited for that part. Are we gonna even be here when that comes out?
Yes.
Because when do we get back?
Maybe. I don't know.
We're going to be traveling abroad next year, early February.
We're hoping.
Well, that's what we're hoping for. I mean, obviously, depending on COVID and all that fun stuff. But if everything goes as planned and things start opening up, we will be in Japan in February for a good 3 weeks, and don't know if we'll be back for that or not. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Don't know. Hopefully we get to go. I mean, Japan has not opened up any travel from the U.S., just like Europe. Don't blame them. Too many people are being stupid and not taking this seriously enough. Countries that got it under control don't want people from the U.S. who don't have it under control coming and making it worse there, and I don't blame them. I really don't. It's we're handling this very poorly as a country and as a people. Hopefully that will be. Maybe we'll be here. Maybe we won't. If we're not here, not a problem. Got other people in the house that can sign for the delivery or whatever it needs to be.
Another thing too, in regards for our traveling, we were going to be doing an anime convention this year, which is called Nan Desu Kan. Or NDK. We found out on Friday as well that they are not holding it this year, which it is a bummer for us.
It sucks.
Because it was something that we were actually kind of looking forward to in September to kind of get away for a few days.
NDK is one of our favorite conventions to go to. I would say it's probably probably my favorite convention to go to. We've been to San Diego Comic-Con, we've been to Denver Pop Culture Convention, and all that. We've been to we've been to Starfest, and we've been to Rocky Mountain Con, and NDK is pretty much like going home. That's the best way to describe it. Just because you kind of know a lot of people. Everybody's very friendly. Everything's kind of.
It's a open community where you're feeling basically safe around the people that are just like you.
Yeah, there's unlike a lot of the larger conventions, because it's not a huge convention, but it is a decent sized convention. But comparatively, the atmosphere at NDK is. I've never felt like I'm being judged ever there. Like when I go there, I never felt like people are looking at me like I walked around with a body pillow for an entire
whole
day one day, and no one looked at me weird. Actually, people actually stop and ask me where I got it, and we're just like, "Ooh, where'd you get that?" Or "Isn't that like that question stuff." Like never ever was someone like, "Oh, he's carrying a body pillow." Yeah, so that was. It's nice. I love the convention but it sucks that they're not being able to hold it. But a lot of that, but that's because of the fact that the state has regulations on no indoor gatherings of more than 100 people. Well, when you get how many people did they get last year?
They had.
Look it up.
Let's see here.
Just Google search NDK 2019 attendance. Yeah, you have the page open.
Yeah, I got the page open. Yes.
NDK is awesome. The people that put it on, that run it, are amazing. The volunteers are awesome. The guests that they get are always top notch. I mean, the consul general, basically for the Japan goes and she cosplays. I love it. You'll have to Google search it. It's hard to find on the website. Okay, 2019.
I can't do it that way.
Then why did you have it over there, silly? Attendance. Dance. Enter. Give a keyword.
Okay.
Attendance numbers, maybe that might work.
All right.
Put it in numbers. Put at the end of your search. Just type in numbers. Oh wait, hold on. At a glance, with a total attendance of more than 27,000 people, is what they had. Looks like is what they had for last year, was 27,000. So I mean, it's not,
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was from Anime Convention Rockies and total weekend. Yeah, with a total weekend attendance, so 3 days, and it's really because they really don't have anything like super early in the morning on Friday.
Because when they started, they would start on a Friday.
Yeah, they're usually in the afternoon.
Evenings, basically, where the evenings are more for the adults to do and have the adult time.
They have a Fun Up Nation panel that's all their naughty stuff, which is awesome. Yes. That was great. So 27,000 people, and part of that was the restriction of size of where they were at. So
yes.
It's supposed to be. It's going to be held. It was going to be held at the Gaylord Rockies.
This year,
which obviously isn't because of what's not going on. Was going to give them a huge amount more space. So most likely they were going to end up with more people, but it's a great convention. I mean, if you're ever in Colorado when it's going on, or just a reason to come to Colorado, out of one of the million reasons to come here, NDK's awesome. But yeah, it's Nan Desu Kan, which basically stands for no such thing. Yeah, it doesn't really stand it or anything. I think it's literally a made-up thing to literally mean no such thing or something like that. It's awesome, but yeah, it's not being held, which is kind of a bummer because it just means we're not going to get to see a lot of people that we know.
That would be there.
We made a good friend going to NDK, Robbie Naiman. He's a voice actor. He does Tuxedo Mask for Sailor Moon. He's the current Spider-Man on the animated series. God, what else? He's done so much stuff. That it's just
We've met a lot of voice actors going to NDK, and we've gotten to know them. And
because it's not like your typical large, massive convention. Like if you've been to San Diego Comic-Con, you know that it's not very personable when you get to meet the person, because they're just churning person out of person out of person for autographs. This is totally different.
You get to talk with them, shake their hands, and
you'll have small little conversations with them, and kind of just chat and everything like that. And they're more than happy to, when they see you, they're if you're in the hallway or something, they're more than happy to talk with you, unless they're busy or something like that. But they're that's just part of the kind of the people they are. But it's also just the atmosphere of that convention of NDK is that way. Like nothing is
fast paced, but yet friendly.
Yeah.
And oh, hi, how are you? Oh, it's good to see you. Oh, I'm going here. What about you? Oh, okay, all right, bye. See you later.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You're like, oh, I haven't seen you in a year. Like, yeah, oh man, and but it's also one of those things where, like I said, you kind of feel at home, because the number of random things that have happened. Like we were waiting in line one year for I think autographs actually, and the people in front of us we didn't know them. We'd never met them, and we ended up playing. What game did we play with them? It was a card game or something. I don't remember. We played something. We just all sat down and started playing. The group of us did, and none of us had met really before. Like a couple, like it was me and her, and I don't remember, someone was also
of my friends.
Her friends were with us, but like there was a group of like 5 or 6 of them that that 2 of them know each other, 3 of them knew each other, but like it ended up being like 15 people, and most of us didn't know each other at all. Like we'd literally just met that moment, and that's what NDK is like. You literally, you kind of can strike up conversations with anyone, and you kind of get that 5-minute friend, that you connect with over something. You connect over just you're being a nerd and just all the cool stuff that there is.
And in regards with that, there are some that will remember you a year later or a few years after and be like, "Oh, I remember you. Why aren't you cosplaying? Oh, okay, all right."
Yeah, I mean, like they'll ask you questions, and like it's just it's a great community. Like I said, it feels like being home. That's the best way to describe that convention. It's like it's so you get that feeling of home from it. You can't say that any more than that. But yeah, so it's kind of depressing we're not getting to go to that, because I was looking forward to at least going 1 or 2 days of that. But obviously, I mean, with everything going on, it's better safe than sorry is the situation. So yeah.
It would have been its 24th year this year.
So yeah, I mean it's and it's not you could call it an anime convention, but they call it a Japanese culture convention, because there's so much more than just anime stuff going on. We can't say there's so many good things that we could say about NDK. We have friends that weren't really big into anime that we took one year with us, and they went to what was called an anime bar fight, which was basically cosplayers reenacting an episode of from an anime, which was Fairy Tail. They went to that, and they went to the dealer's room after that and bought every season. Every season that was out for it. They literally bought 4 seasons, and if anybody who watches anime knows, that's not cheap to do, especially when this was when Fairy Tail was at its height of popularity. So they bought like the 4 current seasons that were out and everything like that. They spent quite a bit of money just because they went and saw a bunch of cosplayers reenact something, a scene, an episode from it. Because they'd never been to anything like that. They'd been to Denver, or it used to be Denver Comic-Con, which is now Pop Culture Convention. I hate the stupid new term, but they'd been to that and everything, but they'd never been to this kind of a convention. And that's the cool thing about it is, even if you've never been to something like that, NDK is so much fun. Like even if you've never been to an anime convention or whatever, this isn't just a pure anime convention. Yes, that is a big focus of it, but it's so inviting. And so like it was funny, we saw them there last year, and we didn't know they were going. We had no idea they were going. We saw them, and it was just like, oh, okay. And then we hooked up and went and hung out with them for a couple things and stuff like that. And they, when we broke off and they went and did stuff they were going to do, we obviously did our stuff. I mean, but you do see like some top-notch stuff for a convention that gets less than 30,000 people. There's some really top-tier cosplay stuff going on if you're into that.
Oh yeah. They do the They do the cosplay competitions.
The World Summit
and
stuff.
They're part of the World Summit, and
yeah, they're one of the preliminaries. So if you want to, so it's one of those things like you win here, you can get a bid for going to the World Summit. It's not a little, so that so they are very well, because some of that guy in that Gundam, that blew my mind. That guy in that Gundam. It was a Strike Gundam, if anybody knows, but it was bonkers. It was so well done. It lit up everything. It was so cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, unfortunately, yes, that is one thing that's not going on, just like a lot of other things aren't going on. But just trying to make it one day at a time and trying to limit what is happening and what's going on mentally.
Yes, we do want to do a lot of other things, but with COVID going on right now, we do feel like we are being limited on what we can do. Because we want to do some video shootings of going to places. Like
we might be able to do like a day up in Estes Park, just to kind of show you if you've never been to Colorado and gone to Estes Park. I was thinking one of the things I was going to talk to you about was go and do a day up in Estes Park and just shoot some video and kind of give you a tour of the little town and stuff like that. Stanley Hotel's up there if you're a Stephen King fan. Just kind of look around, show you guys some sights of what we can do, because it looks like things are going to kind of go back to a full lockdown. I mean, California, just literally every indoor of a place that can hold people, bars, restaurants, you name it, are all closed in the state of California because of how bad it's gotten. So, but otherwise, I mean, look forward to our live stream on Friday, and then our live stream Q&A session on the 26th. We will obviously do reminders of that for next week's Tuesday check-in, and on Friday we'll mention that as well, just to kind of let you guys heads up. Anything else you want to touch on?
Currently, right now, I am working on some videos that that we've actually have done the year before in 2019, and
just get some content that we'd filmed that we never got a chance to actually upload to a channel or anything like that. We've got some content and stuff. If you guys do join the Patreon, we've got a bunch of stuff, a lot of photos and a lot of cool stuff that we can send you guys to check out of cosplay and stuff like that. Besides the unboxing on Friday, we're going to turn that also into the room tour. I'm going to do a live room tour and just get that done, because I think that would be more of a fun kind of thing to show. Is just
what we have currently right now.
That's not sitting in storage.
Not in storage, and yes, we've done some things from when we have gotten here back at the end of March, and got a little bit of a short video on what it was looking like when we started getting things set up for our channel officially.
But subscribe, guys. The more subscribers, the more people we can reach out to, the more people that can be helped with this. The bigger the conversation, the more people that in the conversation, the more people that can get help. That's the big thing too.
Because even though we're trying to help each other out, and with the Tuesday check-in videos, it's also a form of us coping and getting what's been on our minds and what we have been going through. It's our way of coping, and
we're gonna have to cut this pretty quick here. But so subscribe, ring the bell if you want. Check out the other videos that we have. Check out our websites. Check out the Patreon. Anything else quick to say?
No.
All right. Bye, guys.